Hey everybody, I just put up a video last night late about racism and my personal experience. I try to do stories that I can connect with a story in my life, even if it's a minor one. Just the connect is kind of small, but I can still relate on something here. And I've got this story here about black students in Cincinnati, four students. The school had gone to their social media sites and they saw that they had done rap music videos, and they claimed they had put up some like hand gestures, and they accused them of being affiliated with gangs. I actually think they said potentially. No. Based on these images, school administrators accused more than a dozen African American students of making street signs. I'm guessing they meant gang hand signs, because you're making street signs, you putting up stop signs and shit, and belonging to a gang. Okay, now there were several other students, white students, that were accused of the same thing and suspected of similar shit, and they were not disciplined at all. At all. None. Nothing happened to the little lily white boys. But racism is dead. Yeah, the proof is in the guy sitting in the White House. Yeah. No. That might be their little token of proof, but it's not, obviously, because there's 1,000 bazillion other evidence right here in the news that, anyway, just because these kids are doing gang-related looking stuff, similarities, well, it's a culture. That's what they see. That's what they do. It's a cool thing. They'll look back on it years from now and be like, man, we were so corny, you know. And that'll be that. My nephew, Rashawn, he makes rap videos. He's an aspiring rapper. He's covered in tattoos where I don't even know he's got them. He might even have some on his face now. I don't know. I haven't seen him in like a month or two. But Rashawn puts his videos up on Facebook, and of course, I'm the good auntie, and I watch them all the way through, and sometimes they're a little risque, and they've got me going, la, 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 I don't want to see my nephew, you know, doing that. But I'll always like the videos, and I will share them on my Facebook. I don't give a shit what my friends think. If they're like, oh, God, she's got a black nephew. Sure do. And what's your fucking problem? But anyway, and I tell them, you know, you're doing such a good job. I'm so proud of you, Rashawn. I love you. And, you know, I'll get the thank you, Auntie Cuckoo. I love you too. And it doesn't change who he is. It's still my nephew. He's still the person I've always known. I don't know if you can see this. You can. There's a cat's tail. Sorry about that. But this is just bullshit, you know. Just because they do what culturally, I mean, we all did. Everyone depends on the era we lived in, the culture we lived in at that time. But people are going to fear and demonize what they don't know or what they don't understand, and it's just it's their own stupidity, it's their own ignorance. And I think some disciplinary action should be taken on these school administrators. That's what I think should happen. These kids were guilty of nothing. If they were guilty of gang activity, under the Cincinnati law on gang, you know, the gang laws, I would think they would have been prosecuted. They weren't. So the school officials were wrong. So let's discipline them harshly. You're trying to take away a student's education because of your own fears and your own ignorance. Something should be done. I'm sick of everyone getting a free pass when they make a bad call. It's dumb. It's wrong, and it's taken away the education of these boys that are there doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is go to school. And what they do outside of school, as long as it's not a criminal activity, it's none of their business. None of the schools. Even if it is a criminal activity, That's for the police to decide. You know, if the school picks something up, they need to report it to the police and let the police deal with that. Schools are getting out of control. And I've got some stories about that shit too. Yeah. When my kids were in school, but I won't share that now. The videos run long enough as it is. But, you know, my kids, when that Medea came out and she was on the bus, that one, whichever one it was, I don't really watch those, but she got up on the bus and she like bitch smacked the hell out of that kid. My kids were like, "Oh my God, Mom, that's you. That's you that day on the bus. You damn right." I don't know how I didn't go to jail a lot. I told a little motherfucker if he didn't like what I had to say to him or his sister, they can get their goddamn mama involved. I whip her ass. I don't care. They didn't. They didn't get shit involved. And now that little bitch is working, little bitch that I got mad at on the bus is working at McDonald's. Woo, you've done something with your life. Good girl. But anyway, I was a tyrant mother, not to my kids, but to the other kids that fucked with my kids. Because my kids were good kids. They were good kids. They were genuinely great kids. They never did nobody any wrong. So anyway, I'm always going to defend the kids. You know, if they're defendable, I'm going to defend them. If they're not defendable, I'm going to be the first one standing in line to put them where they need to be. And that's not just my kids, that's all of them. But anyway, thanks everyone for stopping in and listening to my shit. Hit the red button below and hang out with me some more. And everyone have a really good day. Bye.